So in eighth grade, I had to take art class in middle school. And I actually didn't mind it that much because I had this teacher and he was kind of off the wall. He actually had a lot of really weird and unique projects that he made us do, which I kind of enjoyed because, it was kind of something different. But I remember this one project, what he had us do is he gave us this balloon, and what we had to do was blow it up. And then once we blew the balloon up, we had to take these strips of clay, and I guess he just had some extra clay that he wanted to get rid of because this really didn't have any artistic purpose. So we would lay these strips of clay on the balloon and totally cover it, and the idea was once the clay would dry, you could pop the balloon inside and have this totally round sphere of clay. And then it was pretty much a ball of clay that you could paint, and you would glaze it maybe. So what we did is we all made these balls of clay, and after class we all put them on the table to dry because it takes some time for clay to dry. So all of our clay was drying when we went home. However, someone thought it was an awesome idea to come and stick their finger inside my ball of clay before it was dry. So when I got to art class the next day, I went ahead and I grabbed my ball of clay and I saw that it was this deflated, dried up raisin looking thing with a big old hole in the middle of it. So basically, it was totally ruined and it just looked absolutely terrible. But my art teacher knew that it wasn't my fault, so I didn't get in trouble or anything like that. In fact, what he decided to do was he actually entered it in the art fair. He called it abstract art and he put it in the art fair without my knowledge. And to my belief, it actually won first place. I don't know who the judges were. They must have been doing it as a joke or something, but they gave this piece of crap first place. Now, in my art show in school, whenever you get first, second, or third, you move on to the county art show. So now I had my piece of crap in the county art show, and it was up against all these like magnificent paintings and cool sketches with pencils and pastels and just these cool vases and models. And then there was my piece of crap, which was a hunk of dried up clay that someone stuck their finger in. And I actually didn't know this, but whenever I got to the county art show, I found out that you needed to give a nice little speech talking about, what your object meant to you and what your model meant. So here I was. I basically was standing there in front of all the judges, sweating my balls off, and I'm like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to be like, yeah, someone stuck their thumb in this, and now it's a chunk of clay with a hole in it. I didn't want to be like that. So I just start rambling anything that popped in. I just start rambling anything that popped into my head. I'm like, oh yeah, the hole symbolizes the voidness of life, and the color symbolizes the earth, and I think I even talked about my dead dog or something. But anyways, at the end, I remember, like I said, what we did was we painted and glazed these. So mine was green with kind of a glaze over it. So I tried to make a joke to lighten up the mood, and I said something about glazed donuts, and I could just tell the judges were like, "Huh? What the donuts? What the heck is this kid talking about?" And I was just trying to make a joke, but it obviously didn't get through to the judges, or so I thought, because lo and behold, this piece of crap won first place at the county art fair. So I'm like, what the heck are these people looking at? Do they not see that this is just a dried up piece of crap right here? So finally, from the county art fair, it moves on to the regionals. And finally, the judges at the regionals saw that this was indeed a piece of crap and it didn't even place at all. So finally, I can go home and relax that, this terrible mess is over. So that was my little short-lived career as an artist. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get into pottery making, join a pottery class or something. But I guess if I do, then I'll just be hoping that through the middle of it, in the middle of my pottery making, that some guy comes and drop kicks my vase or something. I guess that's the only chance I have of me actually making something halfway decent again, because I really don't have any skills of my own. So yeah, like I said, that's my story as me as an artist. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick to computer programming.